When I described this activity to friends of mine, I would say that when I first walked in to the choir space, it was the most welcoming room I've ever been in Montreal, and that includes my family home. Yeah, I truly felt welcome from the moment I stepped inside. And that's coming from someone who's not a particularly good singer. So like tenors, altos, sopranos.
I've been shopping for a queer choir or a choir period for the last 2 years, and it's really powerful to be in a space where you feel at home in a different way. There isn't much kind of interaction between queers and queer spaces for long periods of time, so I was just really interested in sharing that space, and also just rallying voices is always nice.
1, 2, 3. Sorry, it is on the two.
My name is Pamela, Hart. I'm one of the coordinators of the Forever Chorus, myself and Sarah. I mean, we call it an all voices queer-affirming chorus. So, in that way, it's like we say all voices because it's you don't have to have any history in music or singing. I don't believe that people are tone deaf, so everyone is literally allowed to be in chorus, and we do. The only caveat to that is that our practice space has a step, so it's not fully accessible, which is still something that we're working on. But and queer affirming, because I think the chorus should be accessible to any gender and sexuality of person, but this space is explicitly queer affirming in that we have like a pronoun go around, and we have like a queer, like I'm queer, the other coordinator's queer, we're quite loud about queerness. This chorus is we do songs that are only written by non-binary women or non-binary or queer artists. I mean, you guys fucked up. But pretty good. I mean, they have the hottest pass. That was chill.
I joined about exactly a year ago, and I was really looking for kind of like a sober queer thing to do, not because I needed a sober thing, but more because I feel like all of the sort of instances of queerness in my life, the social aspects of it, had to do a lot with going out, and were sort of transient, never really necessarily led to kind of meaningful friendships in some ways, and I was really looking for a way to make that happen that could be creative.
I feel like I joined because I needed some structure in my life, and I have a tendency to socially isolate, so I wanted something that would force me to interact with people that were people that I wanted to be around more often.
I guess the first time I performed was last March or something, last February, and it was really, really fun. So it was cool to get people together that I knew, and get a lot of people together who I didn't know also, seeing new faces in the crowd, and just sort of be part of something that was totally not, I don't know, it's just so earnest and sort of almost dorky in some ways, not just trying to be cool and trying to outshine people and trying to be part of a scene where people sometimes tend to, I don't know, be competitive, or it can be stressful sometimes. And I think the choir was just a way to be we're all in this super kind of vulnerable space, and it's a little bit, in some ways
it's very earnest.
Yeah, it's very earnest. It's just and that's okay, and that's what resonates with me the most about it, is that you don't have to try to make it something that it isn't. It's just people trying to sing some songs together and like have a weekly routine.
I mean, I just always feel so privileged and so proud. Like, I think every time, I feel that privilege every time I run a practice, but in the shows, I feel so privileged that all these people, and like the chorus is sometimes quite big, like sometimes we're up to 40 people, that they will just trust me, that they'll look at me and trust me to lead them and trust my arrangements and trust my guidance and the song, and then feel so proud because they are always successful. Like, we've been going 4 years, we've had a lot of shows, and every show has been stunning. Like, it's just always successful and beautiful, and people always feel really touched by it, and that makes me feel really proud of them and myself.